Okay. Oh my god. I have no idea what is going on. Okay, wait. Let me move this microphone. Hello, everybody. Give me a moment. Oh. Oh no, everything's broken. Everything is broken right now. Why am I sleeping? Hello?
A blade embraces.
You can hear double the audio. Okay, okay. Give me a second. I'm trying to figure out. I'm sleeping. Hi, Sano. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties today. I don't know what's going on, but I tried to do my going live tweet on Twitter, and it would give me an error. Like, I can't even go on Twitter on my laptop. I don't know what's going on, but it's kind of weird. Microphone. Bring this up. For some reason, I'm quiet today. I don't know what's going on. I think my microphone's broken again. Give me a second. This microphone set up. Input here. And now my VTube studio isn't working. 1 second. I'm going to close VTube studio and reopen it. Hopefully that'll work. And do the same thing on my phone. Oh. Oh god. Okay. Alright. Why am I tiny now? Dozing up before a stream? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. I couldn't do my going live tweets. I had to make an emergency one on my phone. Maybe that's why my model disconnected, because they're like, you're not on the app anymore. Okay, recalibrating. We are indeed back. Okay. Cool. I'm going to switch to game screen. I'm a little bit off center. Give me a second. To studio. Move me over. Hopefully I'm not blurry. I should be big enough that I'm not blurry. Okay. Okay, well, hi guys. Very scuffed start to the stream today. I don't know what's going on, but hello? Why can't I make my OBS smaller? That's kind of weird. It doesn't usually do that. Can I do it now? Now I can. Weird. Very scuff. Okay. RIP Twitter. Yeah! I don't know what's going on. My whole Twitter just like, they're like, sorry, there's an error. You can't even like go and see anything on Twitter. I can't post anything. I was able to save my draft, but I can't, it doesn't matter because I can't tweet anything. So I had to go on my phone, and it worked on my phone, so I did an emergency tweet on my phone. Anyway, hi Hero. And thanks for the resub Siri, and also, what was it? 5 push-ups, question mark? Yeah. Okay, give me a second. I need to get my mat. Oh my god, this is a mess. Ugh. I'm gonna drink of water. Okay. I need to tie my hair up. I don't know if you can hear me from over there. From where I am. Thank you for the short hair redeem, Sano. Okay. 1. Oh, my chair's in the way. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, the creaking of the floorboards. God. There's a creaking floorboard where I did my push-ups. Good to have some variation. Yeah. You know what? I'll do you one better. I remember what the control is for this. Oh. I think it's... Okay, no, it's not that. Oh, it's this one. Here we go. It's a little warm today. By today, I just mean in my room. Oh my god, I forgot Paimon had the... Huh? Why is my headphones not working now? Oh my god. I'm losing my mind. I am losing my mind right now. One side of my headphones is working, but the other side isn't. Okay, there we go, I fixed it. Alright, let's turn this audio back on. I'm having a great day. I did have to, like, unplug everything from my laptop earlier because I was rearranging my desk. Because I got a desk mat recently, but it's very large, so I had to take everything off and then put it on top of the desk mat. And I also cleaned my desk while I was at it, so that's what happened today. Yeah. Maybe I'll post a picture of it later. Anyway, so we're gonna start now. It's been like 20 minutes. We are going to court now. I don't know what to expect. I thought that was the door I had to press to go in. God. I've been like thinking about this all week. I'm like so excited. I don't know. I'm just so excited.
What do we do?
Paimon, I hope we get like an option just to keep this on. That'd be hilarious. I do have some thoughts, but let's take things step by step.
Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Yep. Oh, it's not on auto.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands. Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
Thanks, Navia. Well,
Oh, she's Geo. A Geo vision.
Best of luck to you.
Thanks, Navia. We're gonna need it. I'm not very good at this kind of thing. I was never good at Ace Attorney. I'm awful at the game. Oh, my microphone's very quiet today, isn't it? Yeah.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
to be honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you are willing to help.
Well now, don't you all look disappointed. Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed.
I can just see
That was to be expected,
That's good.
of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence. But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Oh my god. What is her problem? Just you wait.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session.
Ooh.
Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Order the court. Everyone in the audience
Thank
is
you, Mr.
stunned.
Linney.
Too
In that
stunned
case,
to
I take your
speak.
statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Ooh, Linny's eyes are a nice purple color.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying. There
Bruh.
is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that
Purple
tunnel
is a nice
at
color.
all.
It do be.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
He said you're wrong.
Is that
Oh,
so?
split screen.
And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of
1
course.
second.
That's how
Wait,
I
I
kept track of the
understand.
time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Oh my god.
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
How could Linny not know about that sound?
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the box and I definitely heard the thud.
Soundproof? I don't know.
Look at those scales.
Oh, interesting. The scales, I remember a similar case in the third Danganronpa. I've heard people compare this region to Danganronpa, or like parts of, like little things, little scenes. The crowd goes wild. Look at those scales, because they probably represent the oratress's stance on the trial. Ooh, so it like leans towards like who they think is more guilty, I suppose, or something like that.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye.
Dang! Oh my god.
Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Heart?
Oh. Okay, I kind of got spoiled on this already. They're Fatui? Look at those eyes.
No wonder they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatui's doing. Now it all makes
Oh
sense.
no.
I've got a feeling that what
She's
happened on
twisting
stage
the-
probably wasn't just an accident.
She's twisting the narrative. Oh yeah, but
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
oh, he got serious.
Indeed. Then
That-
perhaps
look
you
at these
could tell us
transitions.
everything that happened during that 1 minute. Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it.
Is it time for us
The
to
Outlander is speechless.
speechless?
Oh my,
Oh
don't
my
they
god,
look
in her thoughts.
flabbergasted?
That's so cute.
Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. This was almost too
Oh,
easy.
she's
Good thing
she
I made all
knows.
those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
she pulled an all-nighter. She's using our relationship, I guess is the word, with the Fatui to turn us against our own clients. Oh, poor
Hey,
Linny.
Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
Linny and Lynette are Fatui.
Order! Order!
Order the court!
Mr. Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the opera house, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel.
Oh, ignore
Second,
that.
you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth. Are these claims true?
There is no doubt. Oh my god, I can't read that fast. There's no doubt about the magician's ability to con others. Given how Linny has concealed his identity, this could have all been set up beforehand. Plus, Child is here in Fontaine, along with other house operatives. There must be some scheme at work here. I've been a victim of such schemes before, and now... Oh, look at his
Please answer my
face.
question, Mr. Linney.
I'm sorry.
No, you're gonna break my heart. No. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna cry. Look at his face. He's like a oh.
Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
Oh.
I knew it!
Excited audience member.
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
No.
What should we do now?
Permission to speak, Your Honor.
Granted.
My client has withheld some key information. My defense cannot proceed.
In that case, what is your request?
I request a brief adjournment. There are things that must be discussed.
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
No.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
Order! Order, I say!
Slams
Your request
desk.
is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial
1
will
hour.
reconvene in 1 hour.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought.
1 second. Okay. I'm back.
In that case, my
Just
dear
needed to grab something.
audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while
Ooh,
longer.
I like the back of her dress. Look at the nice ruffles and the glowy blue whatever this is. Fins, maybe? It is hydro. And her hair, it's been compared to jellyfish. It is a jellyfish haircut. Very, very cool. I'm excited to pull for her, if I can. I don't know, I have like 0 pulls right now. Like, actually. I tried to pull for Linny and I got Kuching, so, you know. But at least I'm on
Well,
guaranteed now.
This is awkward.
Oh,
I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up.
Well.
I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two. We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys.
That's fair,
Not to
actually.
set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad.
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain. I know you've clashed with the Vtuber several times before. I wouldn't be
You
surprised
know?
if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset.
How do you know that? Excuse me? They definitely know more about the Traveler than they give off. That's probably why we met so early on in Fontaine. I knew it! I knew something was up. I knew something was up.
But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
That is true. We
Right
also
now,
have
we want to
child's
save people.
vision.
As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends.
Poor... Oh.
That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
Here's the thing, too. Like, the House of Hearth, right, is under the rule of... I think... I don't pronounce it. It's like Arlecchino or something. Arle. And it's a house for orphans. These guys are orphans. These two are orphans, and so is the little diver brother from the previous stream. They're probably being like controlled too. Like it's just an awful situation. But how can we know this isn't just another lie? I think, yeah, somebody else also pointed, like, on Twitter, I saw, like, it's so interesting, we're so distrustful of these two, and then we have Child literally holding his vision at the moment. Like, he's a whole Fatui Harbinger.
Right.
Oh my god.
So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point. You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too.
Lynette's like, oh.
But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal.
At least
not in this case.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh dear.
Please forgive us.
Oh.
Well, you both say that, but...
Explain the other issue first. Where did you actually go while the trick was being performed?
Right. Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now!
Of course.
This is the
I'll answer any
Fatui
question you ask.
theme too.
We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Oh, they made a tunnel for their... They allowed them to make a whole tunnel for their magic trick? That's crazy. And what did you find?
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice.
Oh. That's...
Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought. After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Homicide? Is that... okay.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
But why do you want to understand how the Oratrice operates?
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either.
This kind of brings up a whole nother crime, though, of
But
trying to
like
break into
earlier, you can be the judge.
court.
If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
I believe in the facts. I will defend you from these charges. I believe that judgment will be dispensed as it should.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two.
Yep.
If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense.
Actually, we already have the key evidence we need.
Huh?
We do? The adjournment's almost over. Let's go back.
Oh,
Suddenly, the Traveler's a whole lawyer. She's got like at least two lawyer friends, Yanfei and what's her name? Kuki Shinobu? Shinobu and Yanfei are her two lawyer friends, and suddenly she's the best lawyer ever. Mysterious voice, okay. Okay. My keyboard. Oh. Hello? There we go. My keyboard was not working for a second there, because it turned off while we were watching the cutscene. A brief adjournment ends and the nail-biting trial reconvenes.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
That took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention. At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective.
Okay. Oh, whoa, what's this? Based on the opposition's account of events, you can identify loopholes in their statement. Ooh. Oh my god, this is literally Ace Attorney. Use the evidence and clues obtained during the investigation to refute any erroneous assertions of fact and replace them with new inferences. Use your refutations to convince the audience and obtain more support from the people. The oratress will display such shifts clearly. I wonder if we're going to be able to do this more than once, or maybe they'll use it like in an event or something. When you find and refute all incorrect content, you can complete the cycle of refutation and unveil the truth. Woohoo! Wow! Ooh.
As the countdown began, he
cool.
entered the tunnel.
I wonder if we're gonna have multiple trials throughout the story quest, like the Fontaine quest line.
When the flatbed trolley passed, he
Oh, look at
opened
this
the box
art.
and got into an altercation with
extra
Halsey,
art.
which caused the loud thud. He did not realize that the sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her.
The whole vase.
At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Linney red-handed.
Oh.
So Linney proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box. Afterward, Linney passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cowell's death would be ruled an accident. And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
That does seem quite reasonable.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina's description of the events?
The key to refuting
Oh,
Lady
hey.
Farina is the order of events. What Linney experienced and what he saw.
Lumine's talking this time. Okay, so Linney entered the tunnel. Yeah, that's correct. The loud sound was was from Linney's houses, but Linney claimed. Okay, so this is definitely not correct. Linney was not. No. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Maybe this one. There we go.
According to Linney, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey. Linney did not take part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the aftermath.
Okay. There's more? No one left the opera house. Claims to have a mysterious voice. So I guess this one? There we go.
Linney went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. This is the actual truth.
Alright. Cool. Let's...
Attention! Ace Detective Paimon has something to say!
Ace Detective Paimon.
When the countdown started, Linny did indeed go into the tunnel.
Oh my god, the dogs. The dogs are barking in the backyard.
But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the
There's been
underground
a
core of the
pretty
Orchis is
aggressive
stored.
dog the past couple days, like in my neighbor's yard, and it like yesterday morning it just barked for like an hour straight. I was like, y'all are not gonna do anything with this dog? Hello? Borg. What the heck? Is it done? Are you done? Are you done? Oh my god. Okay. Ready again. Anyway, he usually vent.
Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time. Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent.
This is not really a great refute, but we'll see how this goes. Oh, okay. Sure. It believed us. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, we could easily just be like, okay, and... Could be fake. Like, where did the actual girl go?
Paimon actually managed to say all that!
Who was that voice?
Wasn't it awesome?
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
That's right!
Moreover, I believe my opposition's reasoning is flawed.
My reasoning?
The onstage equipment was clearly tampered with in a premeditated fashion. However, you say that Cowell bumped into Linny by chance.
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say
Oh, that's
is
true.
Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the
Look at this
point
little
of killing
smile.
someone on stage be?
Oh, they have a point.
That is true. That is a good point. That is a good point.
That's right, you tell him! And that's why they're partners of mine. They've managed to turn
We worked
things
together
around.
once, Navia. Oh my god.
Oh, well, your denial is very strident. I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims?
Do you happen to remember how you refuted Linny's alibi initially?
Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't?
Your claim has now become my weapon. Your claim has also become a critical clue. Oh, okay. Hey, I never got one of the points. Okay. Irrelevant. Oh, it tells you which ones are irrelevant. That's nice. Okay, so there's only 3 of these. I don't know. I have no idea.
That's right! Linny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance.
Okay.
This means that when the crime happened, Linny had already entered the basement via the vent. The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
The finger wag.
Well played. To think you'd use such logic.
I like this like thing that they're doing with her inner thoughts.
Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
You think I know that? The murderer was... Select the gear icons and interface to check the corresponding case questions. Select the answers and fill all empty gears to verify the correctness of your deduction. If you made mistakes, you must make another selection from the remaining options. Once you have answered all questions correctly, you can complete this logic chain. Okay, the guard's investigation report indicates that the fireworks released near the end of the show ignited and burned through the ropes suspending the water tank above the stage. This caused the water tank to fall and kill Cowell in the box. If Linny is no longer under suspicion, only the other members of the troupe would have been able to tamper with the props. Linny gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work. By using the box inside of a box, the idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Linny himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side. Having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of the on-stage interactions. The clothes belonging to Halsey, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reasons for this remains unknown. Okay.
Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along? The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
But then he would kill himself. For what? And why was he in a box to begin with? Like, he would have had to be killed first and then put in the box, no?
Could there have been a third person involved? Is that really a possibility?
Like, what if she...
Halsey is the missing person and an
What if Cowell was supposed to assist in moving the box? She came out, killed him. Like, okay, I don't know if this is right, but she looks like the thief from earlier in the storyline. So it could be that she thought Linny had found her and was going to expose her, so she like killed Cowell who was moving the box and escaped because she was afraid that they would arrest her. I'm gonna go. Damn. Okay.
The deceased's name is Cowell.
I don't know if it would be him, but is it actually him? Why? He really killed himself, right?
That can't be right.
Oh.
Are you serious?
It could be that he killed her and then put her in his outfit and then stuffed her in the box. That could be it as well. Like the other way around.
The killer was, in fact, Cowell, the deceased!
Oh, is that so? How interesting! Let's hear your reasoning then.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
Okay, how can we envisage Linny as being unable to interfere with the crime? Okay.
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances.
Okay.
The deceased's name is Cowell. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel.
So definitely this.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Probably this as well.
It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. The deceased's name is Cowell.
This one.
Linny was not in the tunnel at
this. Dang. Oh, okay. So those two are not correct.
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? It would have been tough for both people. No one entered or left the opera. would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent.
Oh, what the heck? Okay.
Lenny was not
There was
in
a
the tunnel
glitch.
at that moment, which gave no one entered or left the opera house.
I guess this. Wait, what? I'm confused now.
No
What
one
is going
entered or left
on?
the-
Huh? Oh, how can we visage
Lenny
this
was
one?
not in the tunnel.
Okay, so this one's not correct. Where did the missing house go?
It would have been tough for both people to. Halsey's clothing was.
What?
It would have been tough for both people.
What? Eh? The criminal must. It was none of them. I was tricked. The criminal must have understood the methods behind Lenny's magic trick and must have been in a position to easily modify the equipment. Leaving aside how he died, Cowell had all the means to commit the crime at his disposal. The strange noise could likely have been the sound of Cowell and Halsey struggling. Lenny was not in the tunnel for 1 minute. This would have given time for Cowell to bring Halsey out of the magic box into the audience stands. But according to Guard's testimony, no one entered or left the opera house, so even if he had taken her, there'd be no means of exiting. Exiting from the box would have been in full view of the audience, pretty much guaranteeing that they would be discovered.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
Where in the world did Halsey go?
I see how it is. So this was all just a bluff. And here I thought you had something to show for it. But it seems you're still far from the truth.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared. Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Magic. Water from escaping from the water tank. Wait, could it have been the water?
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents, but do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the performance.
Oh, shush. Oh, God. Okay.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Wait. Objection! Hold on a second.
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our... The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and
Hold
the
it.
criminal. The deceased's name is Cowell, Lenny's assistant.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
No
Oh,
one entered
no!
or left the opera. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel.
Oh, the water.
The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water.
Sure. Let's see where this takes us. I have no idea.
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped. Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind. If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
Oh, just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment. How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
I request that we examine Cowell's personal effects. We might find something there.
Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Linny already knows this truth very well. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about 2 completely different things.
Even so, I trust the Traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed
Like the way
appear
he
to be at an
sits.
impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress. Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased Cal.
After some time, a guard returns with news.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are water from the primordial sea.
The primordial sea.
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal
Illegal
drugs and that he had an
drugs?
accomplice. The notebook has many entries concerning
He
safe
sold
usage of these
illegal
fluids, in which the
drugs?
keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work
Breaking
exclusively
Bad.
on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject. As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You've got to be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl, wait just a minute, could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
What?
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order!
Whoa!
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results, but we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Look at this little bow he's got, it's cute.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
Okay. Who's the prime
The
suspect?
deceased's name
currently?
is Cowell.
You. What item did the culprit use to control the timing? Pompous ponytail. I don't
The water from the
know.
primordial sea should already...
Oh shoot.
The water from the primordial sea should already have been... Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she have something to do with this? I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box. Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick.
I don't know. Anyway.
The water from the primordial...
What kind of hide the mechanism?
The rope that strung the water tank up.
I don't know. This one's wrong. Okay.
I remember there was something else with... Lynette was in the magic box on stage. I remember
Guess
there was
this
some...
one? I don't know. Okay, cool.
Ahem! It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again! In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box.
Oh, interesting.
When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel, and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. That does make sense.
Interesting.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Okay.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now.
Oh.
Have I falsely accused an innocent person? What a humiliation.
Oh, Farina.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence. I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case. And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
Oh no! Oh god! What a development!
What?
Somebody's framed him!
That can't be. Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you. Does this not clear all doubt?
Oh shoot. Ad break. Alright. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Okay, you know what? While this is going, I am actually gonna go get a snack. BRB. Okay. I got a little snack, a little bit popcorn after the show. Oh. I forgot to turn off my microphone before leaving, so hope you guys didn't hear anything weird. Alright.
My dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Oh, here we go again.
Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent.
Okay. Hello? Why can I not?
Having
Okay.
made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowell then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea.
My god, why can't I not use spacebar?
But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime.
His fist.
Ultimately, he knocked Cowell out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization. Am I right, Mr. Linny?
We've used up all the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here. Is this the end of the road?
Not yet.
Oh no. Paimon can't think of anything either. It doesn't look like there's any way around this. Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
I think we've all seen enough now, and we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning. I believe this is indeed the finale.
Oh no.
Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Oh, objection.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout and to respect the ongoing legal
He said,
proceedings.
at least be respectful about it.
Come on.
Use your
don't be
inner
hasty.
voice.
I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate?
Knew
and
Navia
see
would
a
come
little
back
magic?
to help us
I'll
out.
show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Linny, if you would be so kind.
What?
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Interesting. What is she planning?
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Linny and Lynette, give it another go. Don't worry, Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf. But as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
Oh, he's gonna choose to trust her, huh? Interesting.
And voila.
That was quick. What? What?
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence. I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
What?
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowell.
Huh?
I admit it.
What? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's
She's from
Lillian,
Mondstadt.
and I'm originally from Mondstadt. I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket.
What did I
stole one.
say? She's the thief.
That's how I make a living. I steal stuff
She's
here
the
and
thief
there.
earlier
And
in the
I've never been caught
in the
before.
story quest. I knew it. Oh my god.
But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Linny was the one who caught me in the act.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief. Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was onto me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
If they're a practiced hand, concealment probably. A professional thief could make it work.
But I swear I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it.
Interesting. That part there is.
Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
Yeah. Now it's time to refute the Hydro Archon's previous reasoning.
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lillian's perspective.
Oh my goodness. I was right. I was right. The first time I was right. Oh my god. I'm too good at this. Okay. Okay. Okay, so here.
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowell.
Okay. She changed, right?
Lillian was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time.
And then here would be... I don't know. This one, I guess.
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lillian's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time! Having been selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked.
So I guess both of them are technically guilty.
Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard. Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lillian had not dissolved. He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket. Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lillian back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lillian came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box. With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
There we go. Case solved. Does raise some other questions, but case solved.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the opera house these last 2 days!
Damn. That's a lot of days.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
I forgot about that. So she was the one who stole the extra 2 macarons. Oh my god, the foreshadowing.
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Ah, so that's the whole story. Bravo! Bravo!
There we go.
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
He's so angry at her.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No, I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow, look at that! She's like a deflated balloon now.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events. The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim. Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house.
There we go.
As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent.
End scene.
While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
Ooh, what? Honkai Star Rail? That looked like the ticket thing. Whoa. Ooh. Really? They give you a whole...
As such,
gives you a little, like...
Linny and Lynette are officially declared
Let's go!
not guilty.
Let's go! Oh my god, we did it, guys.
Great work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Navia hard carried there. Okay. Let's not celebrate just yet.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Ho-ho.
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery?
Oh my god, Farina always got to have the last word.
You dare to bring before this court.
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes?
Ooh, get him.
I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders.
Orders?
We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes! I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now.
That's the
and have made
drugs?
decent more off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy. Hello? He turned into water?
And now he can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Oh my god. We witnessed 2 deaths in 1 chapter. Hello. There's nothing found in the scene apart from the liquid left behind after Vaughn dissolved.
So, we're just going back now?
The problem seems to have been solved for now. We're not needed here anymore.
That's true, but...
Traveler, Paimon! Please wait.
I'm shook.
Linny...
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end.
Oh,
even after
okay,
you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
That one meme, you know the one meme where it's like the guy at the door, I think it's K-pop or K-drama, the guy at the door being like, forgive me, and it's raining, but it's actually just a hose. I understand it now. I understand that joke with like Linny and the Lumine or the Traveler. Oh my god. I just didn't wish to see anyone be falsely accused. I just wanted to be sure that we're square.
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all. That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
The Knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering...
Alright.
Would you mind hearing a story?
Lore time. Trauma dump time. Here we go, okay.
Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets.
Oh.
To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever.
Oh my god, that's so sad. Look the way Lynette's looking at him. She's like, oh... She knows how much he's worked for her. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Oh my god.
Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
An aristocrat?
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
Interesting.
That was how we felt at first too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me.
Wait, what?
I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
He literally sold his sister. Or the noble literally sold his sister.
Oh no. So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law.
Oh my god. Okay, we're taking a real deep turn into Genshin now. Okay, I see. Alright, villains. So what happened after that?
I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person, and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood.
Oh.
And the knave, standing there in the darkness.
Huh?
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
Interesting. That means that would, I feel like that would mean that she'd like had her eye on them for like a while and like kind of followed their activities.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement.
Oh my
all of them
god!
Orphans.
They're all orphans? Oh.
Father,
oh no.
I mean, the knave might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here.
Yeah, even if you try to leave, that's considered a betrayal, so they'll kill you. We've seen that a couple times already in Sumeru. Oh.
I was hesitant to trust her. I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles. But she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
That's all in the past, though. The knave is after the Gnosis, isn't she?
She has her own plans.
You didn't say no.
She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis' power once she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
Is that so? Kinda sus.
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
Is the knave from Fontaine?
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis.
Really? The entire House of Hearth? All the orphans there? That's a lot of people.
Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy. All of us house members here, Lady Arlecchino herself included, are from Fontaine.
Oh, okay.
We won't give up on defending our homeland.
Alright, so she is from Fontaine. Very interesting. So we have... Oh, if two harbingers are from everywhere, it's like they're worldwide. We have Arlecchino from Fontaine. We have Scaramouche / Wanderer from Inazuma. We have, oh shoot, what's her name? Oh my god, why can I not remember her name? The Crimson Witch. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? She's from Mondstadt before she died, ? I don't know. The Crimson Witch. I mean, Child's from Fontaine. Maybe that's why he's like, I don't know, normal, not normal, but normal compared to everybody else. And then we have like not the captain, sorry, like the main guy, like the head of the Fatigue Harmongers. He's from Kanraya. Like everybody's from everywhere. Oh, and then we have Dottore. I think he's from Sumeru. Everybody's just everywhere. We haven't seen anybody from Liyue yet, right? So there's no one from Liyue. That's interesting.
To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, wait, did he say like everybody from House of Hearth is from Fontaine?
So,
that's
from
interesting.
Small deeds like distributing
That's a lot of
magic
orphans.
pockets to huge schemes like stealing a gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
I'm sorry, but I still can't completely trust you.
It's alright, I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Linny.
I understand. Goodbye.
Bye, Linny.
A twist of great magic. The Oratrice Mécanique d'Annelise Cardinal has delivered the verdict of not guilty. Oh, there it is in all its glory. Okay, well, let's go. Let's get out of here. Nope, there's Navia.
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too?
Well, I'm sorry, Navia.
Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
I was really only trying to defend Linny. I wasn't necessarily looking into the serial disappearances case.
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now?
Well, perhaps, actually, yes.
And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now, right?
Ah. I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that from you. But I suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine,
We literally just met, like, probably a day ago.
Sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
Don't say that, Navia.
Ah, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too.
Don't guilt trip me here. Oh, I like her earrings. Look, it's like a little rose.
It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer. Sorry about that. I'm a bit prone to nostalgia. Don't mind me. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal? You know, to commemorate our time as partners?
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal? Well, guess you really did treat us as partners, huh?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets later. Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
Well, if you say so, let's go have that meal then.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm. If Boss Navia's treating, count Paimon in!
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Bourg?
There's like no music.
I believe we'll make it just in time for dinner.
All right then, let's have our farewell meal.
Okay. What? We don't even get to go to eat the meal? Man. We don't even get to eat the meal? Why would they lead us on like that? That's so mean. Aww. Oh. No, that's not the correct. Wait, we do! Oh my god, let's go! What? What? Okay, we do. We get to go. It was just the end of whatever. Let's go. Okay. Let me go over here. Well, that was case closed. Love that. Took us an hour to get through that. Oh yeah, by the way. Oh, Yahoo! Oh my god! Star! Wait. How do I do this again? Oh my god, every time somebody prays me, I don't know how to do this. Star. There we go. Shout out. What are you doing? Hollow Cure. Oh. Hi, Raiders. Oh my god. Thank you for the raid, Star. Yahoo! Oh my god, there's so many people. Hello? Gordon Freeman Gaming and Rudy Cat, thank you for the follow. For people who don't know me, I am Edeline Miano, but you can call me Eda. I am a space-time witch who travels dimensions. I am playing Genshin. As you can see, we're in Fontaine. I literally just finished a trial. We were not guilty. Not we, but Linny. We were the attorneys. But hi, how was Hollow Cure? How was the stream, guys? We're gonna go eat dinner with Navia. Oh, the way this is. There we go.
I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up.
Oh yeah, the music in
food
here
here will
is
beat
so
your
good.
taste.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten
I'm
at
running
a
out of
hotel
water,
like
guys.
this in a while. Paimon's getting excited already.
It's the bubblegum supernova herself. What?
Well, in that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a moment.
Ooh, everything looks so good.
Try new characters. Hope you're having fun with Genshin. I am having a lot of fun with Genshin. I've been waiting for this region for a very long time. I haven't played Genshin since pre-Samura. Honestly, fair enough. Fair enough. Samura was large. Very large. But they had like a thing where you could just skip over most of the desert and then teleport straight to Fontaine. So I was like, oh my god. Let's go.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever
It's
you
so
like.
pretty here.
If the
I love
food's
music.
Good,
It's
I'll
great.
make a group reservation
But I hope
for the rest of
I'm glad you had a good
Spaghetti
time with
Rosula
Hollow
next time.
Q. Oh my god. It's a title I bestowed to Star. I see.
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per
It's
table.
jazzy. It's music. Love it.
You, sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal.
Is that
but
lasagna?
We could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
It's certainly worth celebrating. It was a pleasure working with you.
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Comfy
I
jazz?
didn't
Yeah.
mean that you had to order even more food.
That is a lot of lasagna. And a really big pot of soup.
Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened?
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women.
Why young
we
women?
still don't know what they are really after.
Oh! Oh, wait. So you know how, like, earlier we were talking about, like, Linny's backstory and how Lynette was, like, sold off to, like, a noble, and then the knave found all the orphans in the noble's basement and they were all female orphans? What if that noble had to do with this organization? Because it's all, like, women they're targeting, young women, and they're like, oh, they're orphans, nobody's gonna miss them. You know? Like, putting 2 and 2 together here.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. I can't believe we just like witnessed another murder. 2 in one day. That's crazy.
Yet it was because this was
Or I
such a
guess it was
preposterous
technically the day after.
notion
Two
that the investigation could never really move
Two
forward
deaths, one after the other. That's crazy. Right in front of our eyes.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking. We were so close to hearing who was behind it.
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct.
She said the police are useless.
It's not that I don't have faith in their ability. It's just that a different perspective is required in some matters.
Okay, sure.
It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough.
She said that they're narrow-minded too.
Which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exist. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist. To seep into the cracks where filth falls through. Where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve.
Seems Paimon thought things
They're
were
like,
simpler than
they're
they
like the
actually
Secret
are.
Service, the CIA. To the Fontaine police.
It's all right. Well, this was supposed to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further interest in this business, right? Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
We wanted to ask the Hydro Archon for some information, but we haven't had much opportunity to do so.
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended. It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it anyway.
Yeah, plus she had like a temper tantrum. Not really. She was sulking a little bit.
So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydro Archon.
Yup.
I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today.
Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time.
Well, would you consider some more...
questionable?
Unique ways? Perhaps even methods of, let's say, questionable legality?
You want me to break the law again and go to court? Oh my god, Navia.
That's Spina di Rosula's boss for you. Chock full of sketchy ideas. Well, what did you have in mind?
Guys, we're in public.
Well, one way
There's literally
would
a
be to
guy
infiltrate
sitting right
a
there.
performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance.
Okay.
I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play. Don't you think?
Really?
Could you suggest something a little more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We'd have to go learn how to act, and acting's really hard.
Okay, well, I wouldn't say that, but alright.
Here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed.
Her bed?
Then wake
How are we
her
supposed to
up
get
in
her
the dead of
bed?
night and demand answers. Don't let her go back to sleep until she answers all your questions.
Navia's kind of funny.
I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep.
Yahoo!
That
Yahoo!
might work, but that's not
A gaming
really the
bucket.
problem.
Welcome to the Pocket Dimension. I hope you enjoy your stay. Oh yeah, for any of the new people here, if you'd like to let me know how I should refer to you as, do let me know, and I will do my best to remember. We don't want to
valid
get
point.
ourselves arrested.
I overlooked that part.
We can't go back to
I was
court.
just
We
thinking
can't go
about
back
leveraging
there.
a person's desire for sleep.
How can you overlook something like that?
All right, no more joking around. Perhaps you could... Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing.
Yep.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense.
It's worth a try. Would someone with her personality really feel shame? Worth a try.
Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron is hot and all.
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
Was this your drink? Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right next to Paimon. Would you like to order another?
No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fanta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
I'd have to agree. My drink also tasted that way too.
Is that so? Huh. Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fanta here then. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay.
Yeah, we're stuffed. Thanks for the treat, Navia.
Oh my god, Navia's, I'm not gonna say it. Thanks, Navia. Oh my god. Girlfriend material, for real.
Oh,
She can
so
bake too.
full.
Oh my god.
Paimon can barely float anymore.
You could try walking, you know. You could try floating a little lower. You could try walking.
Nah, that would be so normal. You know, like you.
Excuse me? I can't believe she just called me like a normie. What is that? What? She wants to be unique and quirky.
Okay. As for expenses this month, we're left with...
Hey, Navia! What are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Seems that was pretty tough for her. That was a pretty pricey meal, all thanks to Paimon. Navia, baby girl, don't worry. I'm like Rich and Mora. Let me cover it.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia!
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your requests the highest priority. In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you again, partner.
Partner?
See ya!
Is she the kind of person who like is gonna like spends a lot of money in order to like make herself look good to her friends? Cause, huh? Wow, look at this! Wow, the whole transition. That's nice. I like that. That was nice. Okay. Now we go back to here for some reason. Oh yeah, we're gonna go talk to Farina. That's right. Wait. Oh, okay.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been the last one.
Vache.
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Are you hearing voices again?
Yes, and it's clearer than it was during the day. Probably because there's less people talking.
Ugh. That's kind of spooky. Are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning?
Vache? Vache.
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? There might be something nasty in the water.
I can feel strong emotions. Things are getting a little blurry. What?
Huh? Hang on. Paimon can kind of hear a voice.
Oh, hey.
It's calling for Vache, right? Hey, Traveler?
Oh,
Stop
are we in a
walking.
trance?
Come on, wake up!
Oh god. Something was in that drink, wasn't it? Huh? I know Shannon. What?
Vache. Are you... my dear Vache? No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Do you know where my love is?
No. Who are you?
Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know.
Oh, the little things on Furina's back is the Oceanid wings here. That's what it looks like. Very similar anyways.
My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since
Like, why is she so shocked? You were once human?
Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who has lost their form.
You lost your form?
I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water, and then all grew dim.
Oh, light blue water. Could that have been... Oh, like the primordial... water from the primordial ocean or whatever? Could she be one of the girls who were dissolved?
I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure, loved exploring places of peril. No matter where I went, Vacher would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me. And I also loved him equally as much. But now, we can no longer go back. The pain of such parting. I never knew how heavy it could be.
So you need me to find him?
No. Our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memories. The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vacher, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. That is the only thing I still remember.
I believe it will be hard for him to forget you, if I can find him.
Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw Vacher above the surface. His eyes were filled with such sorrow, such longing.
Wait, what?
If only I could have comforted him. Told him that I did not suffer. Indeed, I had felt a great warmth.
That means Vacher was a witness to the fact that you dissolved? Your own lover killed you? Oh my.
Is that what you call it? Dissolving? If anything, I consider it a form of release. It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace, like the water's still surface. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety.
It seems that after the body is dissolved, bonk, yeah, some measure of consciousness still remains.
I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think.
Is that Paimon? I wonder how much time has passed in reality.
Farewell, then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence. Remember, if you see Vacher, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
Thank you for the hydrate redeem. Oh, what the heck? Hello? What? Huh? What is going on? Hello? Why did we wake up to an all-out war? What's going on? Oh my god, get him, Navia. Get him! Oh my god, what on earth?
Look out!
Oh my god.
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex.
What is going on?
Chlorand?
What the heck? Oh, dang. I am in the middle of a cutscene. Okay, once this cutscene's over, I gotta pause for a second. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Huh? Oh, Chlorine. Oh, ooh. Oh my god, get him. Oh, her thighs. Oh my god. A gun? Oh my god, we have guns in Genshin Impact. We have guns. Oh my god, slay. Oh my god, the girlfriends. Ooh, ooh. Oh my god. I can see it now. I see the vision. I see the vision of when people ship them. I get it. I understand. I don't know what's going on though. We just woke up and then there was things happening.
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Clorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I can't believe we have guns in Genshin Impact now. Okay, wait, 1 second. I need to pause. Something came up. Okay, I'm back. Hope you guys had a good time looking at Navia and her 2 bodyguards. I had an emergency phone call I had to take. Thanks for redeeming Had Pat, Sano. And thank you for the welcome back. Now, back to the story. Not the way there's an ad break. Oh my god. Are you serious right now? Oh, I forgot. I accidentally closed my closed captions. Aha. 1 second. Let's start captioning. There we go. They should be back now. Boom. Closed captions. No, not that. Jeez, everything is just scuffed today. Okay.
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
Oh my god, she followed. Okay. So Navia was like, oh my god, how did you know we were in danger? Kind of suspicious. And then she went, I followed you because I thought you might be in danger. Oh my god, they are girlfriends for real. Okay.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Poor traveler back here. Oh, welcome back from ad break. But look, traveler back here holding her head while these girlfriends are having a lover's quarrel. Anyways.
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety.
What?
And I will not betray his trust.
He
would do the same.
Who's Mr. Callus?
Were he alive today?
Do not speak of my father.
Oh, her father. Her father is dead. Oh. Oh gosh. Okay. A lot of lore being thrown around. A lot of dead parents. A lot of dead parents this stream.
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
No, Silver.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Unnecessary emotional harm? Her father is dead, and also dad. Sato, please.
Sorry.
That was not the time.
Did not consider your feelings.
I really like Clorin's, design. Like, look. Shoot. What's the... Hello? My thing is not working. There we go. Look. We, like, match, kind of. Anyways. Let me turn this off again. Oh, dear. Lagging a little bit. Might have to bring a fan over here soon. Anyways.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you. But I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful.
Oh, they were like, ooh, indeed. Yeah. Ooh, actually, I'm just looking at Navia now. Look at her. She kind of got this office lady vibe going on here with the short skirt. Or, I don't, it looks like a skirt, but it could be shorts, I'm not sure. And then the tights. The very tasteful design, I will say. The corset, cape. I don't know much about the hat. I feel like it's covering too much of her face, but it is pretty tasteful. Pretty tasteful indeed. But yeah, anyway, so it seems like Navia is getting a little bit too close to the truth, so they're trying to eliminate her by sending 50 robots after her.
Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
But why did, like, we pass out? Interesting.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest,
why is
I'm
Navia
shocked
here?
It's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with a Maison Gardiennage could control them.
Maison Gardiennage?
None of these mecha have serial numbers.
Oh.
I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law.
Oh, her eyes look like owl eyes a little bit. Very cool. I like her earrings. She's an Electrovision. Very interesting. She does remind me a little bit of Sarah. Just less mean.
I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
There's a lot going on in Fontaine.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
She did not hesitate. No hesitation.
I will continue investigating, no matter what. We will bring the truth to light.
Where's her mom?
That's
Don't
my
tell me she,
father's
like,
true
died at
last
birth or
wish.
something.
Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clarand. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
She came in, saved our lives, and left. Oh my god. Where's she going? Oh, she's going back in the...
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a little.
Oh, what's her deal against Clorand? Clorand?
I know, she's...
What just happened? That's my question.
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us!
How did Navia know we were in trouble?
Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Oh, so you're a fighter now, Paimon? Thanks for the rescue, Navia.
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway.
Oh
In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a victory feast. As such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up
That's
in
my
the nick of
question.
time.
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow? Ooh, Paimon's even more amazing than she thought!
Oh, okay.
Yes. All thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
Huh?
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky.
Wait, do you mean that... I thought it tasted strange as well, but I couldn't be sure. What?
Fanta only comes in sweet flavors. So how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
Oh.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
What?
Yes. So if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Oh, she would have been killed. Oh my god. Oh. Animal fighting the sleepiness. I don't know. It's because I keep drinking water.
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
We would have witnessed 3 deaths in a row. Oh my god.
Huh. Really?
That's crazy. They tried to assassinate her in broad daylight. Fortunately, Paimon, neither of us are from Fontaine. Otherwise, we would have been...
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate, but whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger, and hurried here as quickly as I could.
But why would they go after us too? All we did was defend Linny in court and help clear his name.
Because we know too
now
much.
We're caught up in this mess too, aren't we?
Well, you did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud of, and almost got their name in the process. Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Well, it can't be coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. She said that she heard that voice calling for Vache again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too, but it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then?
Yahoo! Oh, King Elf Demon Devourer. Wow, that's quite the name. Welcome to the Pocket Dimension. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Ah, and the raid message from Star. I see you've come from Star's stream. I'm part of the raid. I'm a little late. No worries. Yeah, I hope you enjoy your stay here. Again, we're playing Genshin. You don't know me. I'm Adeline Miano, but you can call me Edda. Yes, welcome to the stream. My mind is being blown right now. I see, so I guess the primordial seawater gives you a better connection to, I don't know. If you think this is some name, I have like 70 Twitch accounts. For what? Why? Why do you have so many? Do you have them all written down too? Like, there's no way you can remember that many accounts, right? Okay. According to Lynette, I have them all in a TXT doc. Yeah. The ability to hear voices like that has to do with one's sensitivity to the hydro element.
Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
Interesting.
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
I also gained some new intel.
New intel? While you were out cold?
Yes, because I'm just that good.
Well, let's hear it, shall we?
The voice in the fountain belonged to one of the missing women. A person named Vache was a witness when she dissolved.
Oh, that is important.
Let's go. You tell everyone about what happened while you were connected to the Oceanid's
Vache.
consciousness.
That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Could he have been threatened?
If he's still alive, we should try searching for him. I have a feeling he's not alive.
Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate.
Alright, partner. By we, you mean us too, right?
Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right? And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
Nah, of course not. Messing with us will cost them. This will prove to be their biggest mistake.
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased.
Oh, she's
you are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
She's so cute.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange accommodations for you.
Let's go.
We also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
Though I don't know what it is, but I love whoever did the voice acting for Silver. It's just so good. It's so funny. All right. Okay. I heard that you can hear like crying or something, but maybe I have to finish the quest. What achievement did I just get? Hear the Oceanids call and connect to their consciousness. That is not a language I recognize. Okay. Now we go back here. Lower. This way. Okay.
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Oh,
Very good.
I love...
But let's not let our guard down for now.
Wait, one sec. I love this theme. I think this is probably my favorite so far. Maybe I have to listen to the music again. But this... I don't know. Something just hits different about the jazz. I hope they do more jazz. I love jazz so much. It's like jazz and like waltzes. It's like Fontaine music is hitting all of the spots right now. This like I could this would be like perfect for like a bar. I don't know.
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, traveler.
Oh, are we going to like the like okay. I don't want to say slums, but it could be like the Genshin version or the Fontaine version of it. Reminds me of old Billers games for the PS One. Yeah, I do give the. I mean, it's got the jazz vibes. Okay. Oh, it just keeps going down. All right. Oh wow, we are quite far. Wait, how do I get to where I need to go? Not this way. Is this way? Oh, I landed in the sewer waters. Ew. Ooh. Interesting. Oh, this way? Ooh. Oh, it's like all echoey, the music. The land of corroded shadows and tainted currents. This? Oh, there's a bar over there. The music here is elegant as well. Cool aqueduct. Oh, very interesting architecture in here.
So, this is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Thank you. Well, so much for my expectations. You had expectations. I don't know.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Your father, he was the previous boss of Spina di Rosula, right?
I bet he was murdered.
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No, I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And as partners, this is something I hope they can understand. My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
Not quite what I expected, but interesting.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena.
That's...
3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that. How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself.
That does seem quite odd. Do you have any clues as to why?
The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
So that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that case.
That would make more sense.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records. However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced?
Oh, whoops.
If
I
only
didn't mean
he'd
to do
been
that.
more
My
open
bad.
with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me.
What did I say? I totally guessed that. that I was like, don't tell me that her mom died because of, you know, at birth, you know, because of childbirth. Very, very typical. Okay.
And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Seeking the truth for the sake of your family. You know, we're quite alike in this regard. I guess, except you're seeking the truth of the entire, like, the worlds?
Demoiselle,
But, you know.
please, if there is anything I can do, anything at all.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle. Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances at present.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a
Right?
little
That's what I was
suspicious when he was
thinking.
accused?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
But how could... never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Ms. Clorand.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And she was like, oh my god, like, it was his last wish to protect you, or whatever.
Oh, her? Well, then, isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him?
No wonder. Oh, no wonder the mood was a little strange between you two. I see. The developments just keep coming. They don't stop.
Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
Ms. Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either.
I wonder how Child's doing. Anyways, so I guess maybe Clorand is like kind of feels guilty about the whole thing. I don't know. And that's why she's upholding his promise to protect her. I don't know.
She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
I wonder how long it's been since his death.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel. You don't have to force yourself to do that.
Afterward, Ms. Clorand told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety.
Then that indicates that he intended to die in that duel. So I guess he asked her to protect Navia because of the people behind the disappearances cases. You know, just to guarantee her safety because he was looking into it.
Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right, anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like I was just complaining towards the end.
I understand how important this is to you.
Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
Yeah. Paimon's feet.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly. Whether it be responsibility for Spina di Rosula or Master Callus's death, this won't do. I must become stronger.
Aww. Let me Let me look around a little bit.
I guess I'm finally on the right path.
Wait, I heard that there's a new setting. This, right? No. Oh, here. Let's turn that on. Ooh. Shiny. What happens if I turn it up to extreme? I'm just a little curious. I'm not gonna keep it on. Oh god. I don't know. I don't really see much different.
Adventuring underground?
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities.
Maybe it's this place that looks the same? Maybe. Maybe I have to go out into nature. Touch some grass.
Paimon slept so well. This place feels almost too safe. Huh? Navia? Where did the other two go?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back. But never mind that. When did you get back? Were you waiting here the whole time?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vache.
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to have a match anywhere.
Could be a fake name.
I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle. But that does prove that this Vache person is a key witness in the incident.
Does that mean we're too late, though?
No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten, no matter how much they wanted to. And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept. If the Oceanette you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's the hard-working Chief Justice for you. In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we? Aren't you coming along, Navia? Did you get tired?
No, it's nothing. Let's go see the Honorable Chief Justice.
Okay. Oh, we got another achievement. Learn about Navia's father at the Spina di Rosula stronghold. Once upon a time in Fleuve Centre. Okay. Let's go to Palais what? I don't even know what that said. But anyways. Up here?
The Palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Go to the Chief Justice office. Wow. Ooh, there's a skylight. This is beautiful. The harpsichord. Very elegant. Posh. Very posh. Points. What are we pointing at? Oh, is this a...
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters.
Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded. Guess that proves that Neuvillette's files are really secure.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell. If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy, so please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me now.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief
Yep,
Justice
that was
is
easy.
just inside.
Thanks so much.
That was surprisingly really easy. She just let us through, just like that. Lady Farina lives on the top floor. There's a special entrance that leads to her suite which isn't accessible. If you wanted to get there, you can try jumping off the roof. Someone did try to do this. Unfortunately, his life didn't wind up in any danger. Oh, fortunately, his life didn't. He's working at the Fortress of Metropie. Book. Okay. Bum.
Please come in.
Hi. Ooh. Quite spacious of an office. And a thick book.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalet. We only lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance.
He's so nice. He's so nice. Okay.
So you're not mad at us?
We're looking
He's
for a man
chill
called
like
Vacher.
that.
He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
I like his brooch. This one right here on his, what is it called? A cravat or something? Also, does he have thigh-high boots on as well?
Who knew that Nervalet would be so easy to talk to?
I like his bow.
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vacher has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years. There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Guess that's that. So we're back to square one.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette. We'll take our leave now.
Ahem.
What? Why did he ahem at us?
Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man.
Oh, okay, we're just, okay.
We deeply regret his
We're
passing.
just gonna talk about her dad.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Oh, is he trying to tell her to move on? Also, the back of her model looks so pretty.
Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should.
I don't know, something about his eyes is like really captivating. Like, look at this makeup, like, or this like eyeliner question mark. It could be just his eyes as well, but I think it's eyeliner. Like Slay.
It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear.
Navia, girl, you gotta calm down.
If you truly regret my father's death,
then why did
Oh,
you
she's
call a
crying?
stop to the duel?
Oh my god, we got tears? Huh? Oh my god. Oh, poor Traveler and Paimon in the back too. They're like sad.
Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die? Despised and hated by all. Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to
Cry
tell him.
Redeem.
So many questions he still owes me answers to. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
Wow, this is new.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone. It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything. Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
That was very intense. Thank you for the cry redeem, by the way. That was a lot. Back to the smooth jazz.
Navia, are you okay?
Oh, it's raining.
I'm fine. Rain. It's raining.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today.
Sunny, it's nighttime.
How strange.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
Rain.
What is it? Did you think of something?
Your father's case, was he outside when it happened?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene? That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value.
But there was something you didn't know at the time.
Oh? Wait. You don't mean...
The fact that people can be turned into water.
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water? And then got washed away with the rain? Yeah. And if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the authorities.
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots earlier? All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for sure this time.
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself later?
I will join you later.
All right, then I'll wait for you at Poisson.
Just in case. Why... Hold on. Why is my book showing me guide? Oh. Nice. Okay.
A blade.
Okay, Poisson is underground. Okay, how do I get there? Do I have to swim? Perhaps I should have asked her to go with, because now I don't know how to get there. Oh, oh. Ooh, wait, let me do this. Fight real quick.
Not now. Don't be scared.
Not now.
Delve into death. Shadows of fate.
I'll go. I don't know how to fight on PC. Help.
flight.
Okay. I gotta get used to fighting on the PC again. Oh, I struggled. Okay.
I shall treasure this good fortune.
Oh, there's a Hydro Oculus over there. What is this? Is it a boat or something? How do I get up here? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Go over here. Oh god, I've made a mistake. I have made a grave mistake. Ah! Dang it. Okay. X. Try again. Got it. Nice. Bookmark that. Another waypoint. Here we go. Where the dark tides echo. Hi. She waved.
Whoa! What a huge ship! Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
There's no need to be so surprised. While it may look like a ship, it's actually Spina di Rosula's headquarters.
Oh.
My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
I think I'm starting to get why you like it.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glorious past. Paimon was confused why a group with such a history would live in the sewers. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all. It's our main base, our home.
Pretty cool. The layout is quite interesting.
Yep.
I think once we get around
Malus, we're
3
back.
hours, I'm going to end for the day.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners. You said before that you still had some business at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so quickly?
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You see, what if my father's case had something to do with water from the primordial sea? You still remember, right, Malus? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
Could the mastermind be the same person?
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson.
At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotions. And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything. It's an extremely
literally
dangerous
drugs.
substance. As he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield. Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once and for all.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers, all of whom only sold the stuff and weren't privy to the rest of the operation. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, he was able to convince someone to become his informant. The man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food. But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun, and Jacques, who was already dead on the ground.
What? That's pretty compromising, isn't it?
Huh? How did that happen? Aren't they on the same side?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any motive at all. Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time. There were pieces of clothing left at the scene.
So they could have belonged to someone who got dissolved.
Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet. But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired.
Maybe your father got into an argument with Jacques, but it's also possible that the third person was to blame.
You're right. We still don't know what happened. But my intuition tells me that we're on the right track to figuring it all out. I'm finally headed towards the truth.
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with 0 warning. I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth. On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as your and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning. Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice. Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself. Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark. What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Nothing has changed. Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly? I've never accepted that. Ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake. For the missing girls, for the victims, and for myself.
Navia.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable, and more importantly, demoiselle, I think you're also ready to take this on.
So you do know something else, Malus.
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the serial disappearances case. But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, demoiselle, had been selected as the next target to disappear.
Oh, yikes.
What?
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a
Oh
rare
my
illness.
god.
The doctors told him that he had
Nah.
no more than 5 years left to live. And the serial disappearances case caused him
what is this
great
classical piano
anxiety.
music?
5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. But once he passed away, all the danger would pass on to you. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key incriminating evidence for the other side, and even told some members of Spina di Rosula about the details. But as long as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public. If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right, so nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
Thank you for the love, and thank you for the stretch redeem and hydrate redeem.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful was still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, demoiselle. What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol, but a sword.
Oh, whoops.
If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No. He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him.
Oh, she's crying again.
Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now?
He gave you the choice to live how you want.
Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way out. Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
It's the location where Synth is produced. Essentially, it's the enemy's headquarters. When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating evidence he found. But if you want to use it against the enemy, you'll still have to take several things into consideration.
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
And get killed?
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades. There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside, nor what people we may be able to capture. But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war. The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed, but also open ourselves up to full retaliation.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine authorities?
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
That's true. Seems my father really had no choice. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Maloose.
I am the butler, after all.
I am simply
I live
one
but
half
to
of
serve
butler.
the boss and Demoiselle's will. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time keeping secrets, performing basic investigations, and waiting for the right time to come.
Thank you for all of that, Maloose. Have you discovered anything new in the past few years?
Let me think. One conclusion I came to was that the enemy must be quite familiar with Spina di Rosula, or at least have an informant planted here. When I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark and observe the reactions of the synth vendors. If the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors packed up and fled, however, then someone must have given them the news. After several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people.
Wow, he's smart.
The first is Florent, Spina di Rosula's senior advisor.
Huh? Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most. Which also means that he was someone who understood Boss really well. Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, he always knew our upcoming plans and could thus avoid capture this whole time. There's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Uncle Marcel.
What is this Confrère?
It's a guild in Poisson. Boss helped it to grow to its current size and prominence. In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around with a lot of business connections in the city.
So, they're like a sister organization of Spina di Rosula?
Yes, you can say that. When we were fighting against the synth dealers, they provided us with plenty of support. It's a bit difficult to imagine someone using their own money to hunt down themselves.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula and the guards. Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities we have to report to the local authorities. Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities, he could theoretically always plan one step ahead.
I see. These are all people who I communicate with quite regularly. To think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been right next to me all along, among those I trust the most. It's almost too hard to believe.
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not alert the quarry. Judging from our experience, the enemy is extremely cautious.
Of course. And thank you, Maloose. You've provided us with a lot of great information.
You're too kind, my lady. I'm just doing my duty. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of blame in Jacques' death. After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. They still live in Poisson today. If it might help, you could also pay them a visit. I can make the necessary arrangements.
Oh, thank you so much, Maloose. You really are the best.
A new case awaits, my dear partner.
Leave it to me.
I hope we can work together to uncover the truth and end this case once and for all.
Oh, case records. Okay. Alright, so I think we're going to end here for today. Wow, this is really pretty. Can I go inside? Is there like an inside? Maybe not. Ooh, look at this view. So I guess in the next next stream I will continue the rest of this. This is longer than I thought it'd be. And it's all pretty interesting, actually. What did I just got? Oh yeah, the furniture. Let me see. This is the second act. Okay, so let me see here. Oh god, they changed the layout of the mod view. Okay, here. Let me see. Help. I'm struggling. Let me see who's streaming. Why don't we raid,
They said we had to buy the CD now.
Oh, whoops. Why don't we raid Jay? She's doing art. Raid Jay, pal, and whatever. Okay. Okay. I am struggling. Okay, let me try this again. There we go. Okay. So, I'm not sure when the next time I will stream is. Maybe tomorrow if I'm not feeling like tired and if I have time. If not, I will see you guys next week. Then I will tweet early in the day when I will stream. If you're watching, thank you for watching. If you're lurking, thank you so much for lurking. I will see you guys next time to continue the story quest. We'll be doing some, that's the wrong screen. We'll be doing some investigation, becoming detectives. Jay is doing art right now. Memes. Art memes. So I hope you guys have a good night. Have a lovely night. Have a lovely night as well, Sano. Thank you for coming. I'll see you guys next stream.